Yes, we do. Seth says, hey, Brian and Jay, can't make the podcast, but going to send some love. Can't wait to come back. I guess these were these the people that you were with maybe? I don't know. But it says, can't wait to come back. Also, thoughts on any African rock pythons and if you would consider adding one to the Reptarium. Funny enough.
Yeah, so by the way, yes, I think these are people that I was with this afternoon. No problem at all. I told you it was an open invitation. So I'm so thankful that you came out, had a great time. Literally, great time with you guys.
Yeah,
he
was just saying about that.
Yeah, I was just literally telling Jay before he asked me how the tour was, and I was like, oh my God, they were so nice. They were such great people. And yeah, we've talked about, we just filmed it,
literally
right?
Today,
we just literally filmed about potentially, when you really think of the giant snakes, right? You think of African rock pythons, Burmese pythons, reticulated pythons, anacondas, and really there are scrub pythons as well. So
I seen a giant scrub the other day, dude.
Yeah, so here's like an African rock python here. And they're great. I used to breed them. I produced rock pythons in the past. And I had a female that lasted 20 plus years. Her name was Baby, and she was literally, when you open the cage, she hissed so loud it sounded like a freight train was
No
coming.
way. That's
unbelievable.
Crazy.
I was the only person that would ever handle her. Everyone was terrified of her. So I would like to get another rock python, absolutely. And then, do you have a picture of that big scrubby?
This is a big scrubby, but
oh my God, look at that picture right there. Is that
crazy?
That a scrubbed right there?
I think so. And then is this one right here?
Yeah, that's one right there.
Look at the size of it. That's crazy.
So the Australian scrubs, I think they're called King Horneye, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong because I'm not a scrub expert. They would be a great thing too. And I don't know if you can get the giant scrubs or not. I don't know enough about them. We should talk to Stephen Cush.
Yes, yeah,
because Stephen is a scrub master.
Scrub lord.
But he has a lot of the Indonesian localities.
And which one are the ones that got bigger?
The Australians.
Okay,
the
makes
Australians,
sense.
And I thought they were called King Horneye, but I could be wrong. They're amazing. So it would be great to have really all 5 of the giants represented. Certainly the 4 are easy. We have retics, we have anacondas, we have Burmese. All we need is a rock python. Pretty easy.
King Horneye,
yeah, King Horneye. So yeah, yeah, I remember going to Eugene Bassett's, who is Ophiological Services, which is a great old timer. I think he was the first person. I know he was the first person in the country to quit his job to become a snake breeder.
Get out!
Very first person ever. He was a mailman. And
wow.
And he quit his job as a mailman to become a snake breeder, and all these years later, he's still crushing it. I mean, he's still doing great,
so cool.
And but I remember visiting his place. He had a really interesting place right near Gainesville, Florida, and I think he lives in Archer, which is like right next to it, if I'm not mistaken. And the first time I visited him recently, and his facility is now like this whole building is his facility, and it's cool. It was his house when I visited, and it just literally had a bedroom and a kitchen, and everything else was snakes.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what I'm talking about.
He legitimately, I'm not shitting you. There was a couch with a little TV. The back of the couch was a snake rack with gaboon vipers in it.
That's the scariest thing I've ever heard.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, but back then he had some King Horneye that were giants. I mean, they were like 15, 18 footers. And I had never seen a scrubby that big before, and I was like, oh my gosh. But like I said, I don't know if anyone is breeding them now. I don't know. If they are, I would love to get one because I think that would be a great representation.
And I know they're a little crazy, but like we don't have to, it's not like every single one of our snakes come out.
Listen, gosh, I don't know how I would get this.
What are you thinking?
There's a guy named, just Google this just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Just Google Chris Smith scrub python. Again, you can even have Australian. And I think it was a K, actually. Chris with a K. Yeah, there we go. I'm just curious if it'll come up or not. I mean, it may or may not. Just do video or images, I mean.
All right, let's see.
And just see if it comes up. Because he has one he's called the Crank. That's Chris, by the way.
Is it?
That's it. That's Chris's.
Hey, we found it.
Now, that's not Chris himself in the picture, but that's the Crankin.
And is this Chris here?
Chris is the one with the beard, yeah.
Okay.
That's Chris.
I feel like I've met him
He's a
before.
good buddy of mine.
Interesting.
He's a good dude, man. He's one of my boys down there in Australia. But anyways, yes. So I know that was a long-winded thing, but yes.
we just happened to talk about it today, so that's why you got lucky with the long answer.
I was loving it. Yeah, so Seth, that was awesome. Thank you.
Nick says, hey, Brian and Jay, quick question. Can I keep Amazon tree boas together?
Yeah, I mean, sure, absolutely. I wouldn't keep two males together, but you can keep a male and a female or a group 1.3 or something like that. Now, keeping in mind, whenever you're communally keeping animals, it's going to be more difficult to keep them, right? Yeah. There's maybe a little bit higher stress trying to really individually understand which one is eating which way and stuff like that. It's more challenging. So I think that if you can keep them separate, it's better. But that doesn't mean you can't, and there are certainly people that do it. So, I mean, we right now have Gherkin and Pickles together, the green tree pythons, and they both took meals yesterday, by the way. So, so it's just a little bit, it's just keep them apart when they're eating and stuff like that. But sure, you can keep Amazons aren't really territorial. Again, males could do some combating, which is not a good thing during the breeding season. So try to keep them separate for that.
Let Roses Burn says, "Gotta be first tonight."
You
missed out.
I'm sorry. You almost did. There was 2 or 3 before we even started. So
she's the first one when it started.
So you were the first one after we started. So thank you so
much. And you
much.
beat Mac, who usually crushes it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Mac, you're lazy today, man. I'm sorry,
My
brother.
boy.
No, I love you, Mac. But no, Let Roses Burn. Thank you so much. You've been such. So many of you guys have been such amazing supporters of us for since we started, which has been a year ago. It's crazy to think about it, and I wonder where the future, we're of the podcast is going. I change a lot of my concepts. I mean, obviously this Saturday Night Solo wasn't even a thing until a month and a half ago.
I know.
But I do think that we're probably pretty close, and I'd like to know from you guys. Let me know in the comments after this is up, as well as let me know in the super chats, or I'm not super chats, but just chat room now, what you guys think about the Zoom thing. So I've not been a big fan of some of the Zoom podcasts, and not that I shouldn't say that. I like some of the Zoom podcasts. I enjoy a lot of my friends, whether it's, Mutation Creation or obviously MJ's. And I mean, there's so many of them, our buddies over at Snake Talk with, or Reptile Talk with Jeremy and Rob over at Nerd. I mean, there's so many great podcasts, reptile related podcasts that do StreamYard or something like that. What I'm not a fan of is, you guys know that I like to do things super pro. I want to be like
the bomb,
as professional as I could be. IEY built a big studio and the control room and done all this stuff. So we are really on the cusp of, again, having the technology with equipment that we're testing out right now to do Zooms that would be much higher quality, right? I mean, between audio, video, like the Joe Rogans, right?
Yeah, the Joe Rogans,
the Joe Rogans. Right now we have the exact same gear that he has testing that he uses. So when you do Zoom calls in, they're a little bit more, but they're still not sitting across the table from you.
Yeah, there's that little bit of disconnect.
You're not reading the body language and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think about it if you want that, because and I want to bring on I'm sure you'll see some of the similar characters that you see on other podcasts, but I find that a lot of the reptile podcasts do recycle a lot of the same people.
So you get the same stories almost, right?
So I want to try to bring in some different people, not just, reptile people and animal people, but also, like celebrity type people, you know what I mean? Like people that I'm sure, hopefully I could get my buddy Brett Burns from
Minnesota Wild.
That was old school.
It's old school, baby.
San Jose Sharks on. I can, I could probably get Kerry King from Slayer on. Maybe Slash, certainly Coyote, Peterson. And I also would like to bring on, Tyler and Chandler and Joey from King of DIY and all these other people too. Not to mention I've got some other YouTube friends that I think that I can get on that have big followings. So, bring a little bit of, but let me know what you guys think. I don't know. I just want this podcast to do well. I want it to be amazing, but I also want you guys to be happy with it.
Yeah, because you guys are the core.
Right,
man.
yeah. If you guys are like, hey, Brian, I would rather you be where you're at and just chit-chat with us like you do now on Saturday nights, I'm okay with that. We're fine. We don't have to do something that's not going to work, or we add another night, right? Maybe Saturday nights are the nights that we're just me talking to you and answering your super chats and go on from there. So you guys let me know. Let me know what you think.
Silver Cash, he just got off of work.
Silver
Cash. Said, what's up, baby?
I guarantee he was breeding rodents.
Yeah,
he was. He was
scrubbing tubs.
And no, but Silver Cash, you're the best, man. Thank you so much, man. You're awesome. Well, you guys are all awesome, but this is Silver Cash has been with us for 2-3 weeks now.
At least that, maybe even 2-3-4 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, and he's been really stepping up.
He's a sweetheart.
So I can't. You got to come visit us, brother. I mean, it's just like you're doing so much for us. So can't wait to get you up here.
Adventures with Tegan says, live close to Reptiland in PA. You all should make a stop here. Drinks
done.
on me.
Mm.
It's pretty much Bai and Arizona iced tea, but that's fine.
Yeah, Bai and Arizona iced tea. I don't drink, but
I don't drink either.
But yeah, I'll be okay to hang out with you. I've been to Reptiland many times.
I have not actually.
I know the owners, Clyde and his son, and they've been very gracious to me. You know, every time I've been there, I love it. I think it's the oldest reptile zoo in the country, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not by East Stroudsburg or anything, is it? Do you know?
I don't recall the exact area it is. But if you were going across I-80, towards New Jersey,
I think I might have actually been here before that.
You would literally drive past. You could see the signs, Reptile. As a matter of fact, I have the book of the making of Reptiland in my office.
Yeah, I think I have been here before.
So it's a very cool place, man. It's been around forever. Like I said, Clyde is the original guy. It's interesting. His son runs it now, but Clyde is there like pretty much, or Clive, not Clyde. Clive is there almost every day. You know,
really?
I mean, he's still there. He's I think he's like 80-something years old, and he's at the zoo every single day.
Man.
And he loves it. And it's, oh my gosh, Lori would die about this gift. The gift shop is bigger than like 2.0.
No. Are you for real?
Yeah, the gift shop is bigger than 2.0. So it's actually a pretty big zoo, not a ton of animals.
Okay.
No interaction. Zero.
Yeah, I think you just kind of look at stuff, right?
You cannot touch anything. It's an AZA zoo. So it's a small AZA zoo, but they've been with the AZA for a long time, and it's a cool place to look and see stuff, but definitely everything is off limits.
Silver Cash came back through $50, you know. Let's make today awesome. Definitely enjoy Super Chats and the Boston accent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Jay's better at the Boston accent.
Boston.
I got the car, I got the car and stuff like that. But
khakis.
Yeah, but it's a good Boston. Well, obviously he's from the area. It's Mark Wahlberg.
Oh my God!
Like
it's super classic.
When he does the movies with his actual Boston accent,
like Ted.
Or like really, to be honest with you, I think the best one was the one with the boat, The Perfect Storm.
Yeah.
My gosh, I watched that movie so many times.
It makes me laugh.
And that was some good stuff. So yeah.
Tyler King says Kinghorn Eye are the Australian ones. Yeah. Yes, as far as I'm aware, they aren't available in the States. I have a Somalia Amethystina, which is off PNG. This is Tyler that came in on Noah's podcast.
Oh, okay.
From Montana.
Ah, cool. Yeah. So no Kinghorn Eye. So why? I wonder. They were in the country before, so I'm just wondering if maybe when they died out, they were gone forever or something like that.
Interesting.
That's too bad, man, because that would be impressive. Like I said, Eugene had Kinghorn Eye because they were giants. I mean, they were huge. They were like Burmese almost,
Which is crazy to think about.
So if anyone does, I mean, Tyler, if you know anyone or if you've ever heard of anyone that legally has them, I don't want illegal animals.
Yeah, please no.
Because you got I'll ship you some from Australia.
Yeah, we'll put it in a small box.
No, thank you.
Tiffany says, video idea for you, Brian.
Oh my God, let's do it. Okay.
And I honestly really like this, and I think I have a way to do it. So it says,
so tell me, let's just brainstorm this out right now. Let's
it says, let's do this. All right. So we get to see your babies all the time. So all your animals.
Yes.
Well, I want to see you do a video on our babies. Guess the ages, genes, etc. Much love. And I think what we do is we set it up almost similar to over underrated.
Yeah.
Where you have maybe the picture on your phone. I'll put the picture up on the screen. Put it from who it's from, and then maybe you try to guess the morph or whatever it is, or something like that. I think it would be cool.
So Tiffany, this is the deal with that, is that I would have to know the parents, okay? Because it would be impossible, literally impossible for anyone, even that is the Kevin McCurley, who's probably the best guru on, he couldn't guess genes of animals that
without
having any. I mean, I could come close. I could be like, there's lesser in there. There's pinstripe. Obviously, but when you start getting into all these morphs, I would do it and I'd be happy to. But I remember me and Kevin and I should say, did this in Texas once, live.
Oh, get out.
And he brought a slideshow of like 50 snakes that he had hatched, and he would put the slide up and then I'd have to guess. It's impossible. I don't care. I mean, Bumblebee, of course. This, of course.
But when you get into like Fires, Orange Dreams,
when you start getting into Mackenzie or Hoffman or this or no one's getting that stuff. I mean, no matter how good you are. So that would be the only caveat to it. And I think the idea is great. But I would need to know who the mom and dad is, just so that I have a shot, to at least get close, because it'd be impossible if I didn't.
Yeah, son.
Can we rail this in?